Hello, my name is Bruno, and I'm one of the developers in the Game Builder team. This is a series of videos explaining how the logic system works in Game Builder. In this video, we're going to talk about a very important topic, and that topic is health. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about eating vegetables or anything like that. We're going to talk about health in Game Builder. So to begin, let's look at an object that we're already familiar with, the player. So let's pick up the logic tool, click on the player, and you're going to see that the player has a bunch of panels. This is how the logic to control the player is implemented. But there's one panel over here called health. And that's the panel that controls what happens when you get damaged, what happens when you die, how many hit points you have, and so on and so forth. So notice that you start with 100 hit points. When you get damaged, you flash red, and there's that camera shake effect. And when you die, you return to the last checkpoint, and then you revive so you can play again. So what happens when you take damage? Let's see. Well, let's add maybe a tree that causes damage. Here we go, tree. I'm going to edit the logic on the tree, and we're going to say when the tree collides against something, it causes damage against the event causer, which is whatever collided against the tree. So now if we run against the tree, we take damage. Notice that our health is now decreasing because we're colliding against the tree. All right. What if we wanted the tree to cause more damage? We can just change the parameter on the card and say it causes 5 damage every time we collide against the tree. Now it's a much more dangerous tree that causes 5 damage every time. All right, let's stop taking damage for a second. Now, what happens if you wanted to have an item that you collect to restore damage? All right, to restore health, I mean. Let's say we wanted to have this mushroom to restore damage. All right, so we're going to edit the logic on the mushroom and say if the mushroom collides against something, then it will heal damage. Let's say that it heals 5 damage. Not on myself, because that would be the mushroom. It wants to heal the event causer, so whatever bumped against it. So now we have the tree of hurting and the mushroom of healing. There you go. Touch the mushroom and you heal. All right, this is kind of underwhelming because you would expect a collectible item to go away once you pick it up. So let's make it so that the mushroom goes away. So when it collides against something, apart from healing, it's also going to destroy itself. So that this will give us the illusion that we collected it. So now if we run against the mushroom, what's going to happen is that it disappears. So it's properly a collectible item. Let's reset the game and do that again. Notice that it's actually very underwhelming because it just looks like the mushroom disappears, which is actually what happens. So to make it more friendly, let's also add a particle effect. So here, when the mushroom is collected, then heal damage, destroy self, and let's also add a little particle effect. Particle effect is this card over here. And sure, let's just use the explosion particle effect for now. And now when we collect the mushroom, we actually spawn a little particle effect, so that's much better, because that tells the user that something happened. All right, enough about mushrooms and trees. What happens if you want to have the health panel on other stuff? Let's suppose that you want to have this, I don't know, a gate that has a health panel. So this gate over here, set its logic. It already comes with a health panel, but if it didn't, you could also add a health panel by clicking on the add panel. Let's remove this if then gate because we don't need it. So notice that the health panel for the gate already has 1 damage, flash red, and then at death destroy self. Now we're going to make it so that we can actually damage the gate. How do we make something damage the gate? Well, we have to add an object that's going to do that. One object that makes sense, let's see. Oh, an axe. Great. I'm going to add an axe. And we're going to make it so that if you throw the axe at the gate, it's going to damage the gate. So how do we do that? First, we have to go into the axe and say if the axe collides against something, then it will cause damage on that something. Not on myself, because that would be the axe, but on the event causer, so whatever collided against the axe will take damage. Okay, so here's something interesting. It's all set up so that the axe can cause damage on stuff, but this means that if I step on the axe, in an unexpected turn of events, I also take damage from the axe, and the axe also damages the gate. Let's reset the game. So what happens if I wanted to make it so that I don't take damage from the axe? Let's just fix that for a second. To do that, we have to first edit the gate, add a tag to the gate saying the gate is a gate. And now edit the axe, saying whenever you collide against the gate. So actors with tag gate. There we go. Now it's going to be much safer to do this because the axe is only going to hurt the gate and not myself. So if I push the axe against the gate, there we go. The gate is being damaged, and now the gate is gone because it took enough damage from the axe. Anyway, this is not normally how you use an axe. You don't just like push it against stuff. So let's make it so that you can also grab the axe. This is getting a little bit into the next video, but what happens if I want the axe to be grabbable? All I have to do is add a panel here called Grabbable Item, and that will make the axe grabbable. If I also want to make it so that you can throw the axe, I just have to check this box. So let's try this again. If I go to the axe and I press E, that should grab the axe. There we go. Now if I press E again, that will throw the axe and cause damage against the gate. Alright, so that's pretty much all there is to it about health. Thank you very much for trying out Game Builder. Please check out the other tutorial videos in our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.